3 simple habits that quietly keep you young, calm, and alive. Carl Jung knew this. You ever meet somebody who just carries a different kind of stillness? Not quiet in a sad way, not checked out, just settled. Like they've made peace with something the rest of us are still fighting. And then you find out their life isn't easy either. They have problems. They have stress. They have the same broken world the rest of us live in. But they move through it differently. And if you ask them how, the answer is never what you expect. Not therapy twice a week. Not a morning routine with 17 steps. Not an expensive supplement. Usually it's something embarrassingly simple. Something you'd scroll right past. Something that sounds too easy to matter. And today we're talking about 3 of those things. 3 simple habits that quietly keep people younger, calmer, more grounded, and more alive every single day. Inspired by the psychology of Carl Jung, but explained like real humans talking together. No academic lecture. No pretending life is easy. Just honest conversation. And listen, these habits will sound simple. Almost too simple. Which is exactly why most people ignore them. But simple doesn't mean weak. Simple can be the most powerful thing in the world. So if you've been feeling disconnected lately, a little gray inside, heavier than you used to be, this video might hit differently. Because habit number 1 is something your body has been quietly asking for this entire time, and you've probably been ignoring it. I know. The moment people hear sleep more, they roll their eyes like someone just handed them an essay on drinking more water. But stay with me here, because this habit goes deeper than most people realize. Your body does not rest during sleep. It repairs. Your brain literally clears out waste products while you sleep, toxic buildup, neural noise, the emotional residue of everything you survived that day. Sleep is not downtime. Sleep is maintenance. And without it, everything falls apart quietly. And here's what's painful. Most people know they're not sleeping enough. They know it. But they stay up anyway, scrolling, watching one more episode, arguing with someone on the internet at 11:30 at night who will never change their mind and whose opinion was never going to matter anyway. Then the alarm goes off and they're furious at life. Like life caused this. No. You were watching conspiracy documentaries and eating crackers in the dark. Take accountability. Sleep deprivation is one of the most invisible ways people age themselves. Dark circles, brain fog, low patience, short fuse, emotional chaos over tiny things. You forget one password and suddenly you're questioning whether any of your choices have ever been correct. That's not a philosophy crisis. That's fatigue. And here's what Jung understood that most people miss. He believed the unconscious mind becomes fully active during sleep. Dreams are not random noise. They are your psyche processing, integrating, speaking to you in a language that bypasses your defenses. Sleep is not passive. It is where psychological healing actually happens. Where your deeper self does the work your waking mind is too busy and too defended to allow. So when you rob yourself of sleep, you're not just robbing your body. You're cutting off a whole channel of inner restoration. You're showing up to life running on fumes and then wondering why everything feels so heavy. One good night of sleep can make life feel manageable again. You wake up lighter, more patient, more hopeful. Problems that felt catastrophic at midnight feel solvable by morning. That's not magic. That's a restored nervous system doing its job. And can we normalize going to bed without guilt? Some people feel lazy every time they rest. Meanwhile, burnout is chasing them full speed and they keep looking over their shoulder like it's rude to notice. Rest is not weakness. Rest is how you stay alive and functional. Even machines need maintenance. You are not a machine and you still need it more. Protect your sleep. Give your mind softness before bed. Put the phone down. Let the noise settle. Your future self will be so much calmer for it. Okay, I feel you judging this one right now. Just know, you were also judging the sleep one, and that one was true. Stay with me. So when was the last time you actually looked at the sky? Not glanced at it on the way to your car. Not noticed it was raining. Actually stopped, tilted your head back, and watched clouds move for even 2 minutes. Most adults haven't done this since they were children, and that's exactly the problem. Children look at clouds constantly, not because they're told to, because it's instinctive. Something in the developing mind knows that looking at something slow, vast, and completely beyond your control is deeply regulating. The brain needs that. The nervous system craves that kind of visual space. Something that isn't a screen, isn't a task, isn't asking anything from you. Just movement, distance, silence. Adults traded that in for notifications. And the funny thing is, this costs nothing. There are clouds above almost everyone reading this right now. You don't need an app. You don't need a subscription. You don't need to book anything in advance. You just need to stop for 2 minutes and look up. Jung wrote extensively about the sky as an archetypal symbol of the unconscious, vast, partially visible, always moving, containing things you can't predict or control. He believed that connecting with natural vastness was a way of reconnecting with parts of yourself that daily life buries under routine and noise. The part of you that knows you are small in a good way. The part of you that can let go. And there's real neuroscience here too. Looking at soft, diffuse, moving scenery like clouds or flowing water activates what researchers call soft fascination, a gentle, unfocused attention that restores directed attention capacity. It's why people feel better after walking in nature. Your brain gets to stop performing, even for a moment. That matters. Some of the most grounded people I've ever known had this habit without naming it. They'd step outside, look up, go quiet for a moment, then come back in and handle whatever was waiting for them with more clarity. Not because the problems changed, because they did. So the challenge is this. Once a day, find 2 minutes. Go outside if you can. Look at the sky. Don't think about anything specifically. Just watch the clouds move. Let your eyes go soft. Let your mind follow. That's it. It sounds ridiculous until the day you actually do it and realize how long it's been since your brain had a moment that wasn't trying to accomplish something. This one quietly changes everything. And honestly, most people have drifted so far from this that they don't even realize what they're missing. Animals carry something humans have mostly lost. Presence. Complete, total, uncomplicated presence. A dog greeting you at the door isn't thinking about yesterday or planning tomorrow. A cat sitting in a patch of sunlight isn't performing, isn't managing impressions, isn't distracted by 17 other things. They are just there. Fully there. And when you sit with them, something in your own nervous system starts to respond. There's solid research behind this. Interaction with animals lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. It raises oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Heart rate drops. Blood pressure drops. The body genuinely shifts into a calmer state. Not metaphorically, measurably. Your biology responds to animal contact in ways that almost nothing else replicates as quickly or as reliably. But Jung understood something beyond the biology. He saw animals as symbols of the instinctual layer of the psyche, the part of us that is pre-rational, pre-verbal, deeply connected to the natural world. In his framework, modern humans are cut off from their instinctual nature. Over-civilized, living so much in the head, in the abstract, in the constructed world of language and concept and screen, that they lose contact with the older, wiser, more grounded part of themselves. Spending time with animals is one way back. Not because animals teach us things, because being with them pulls us out of our heads and back into our bodies. Back into the sensory world. Back into the present moment that no amount of mindfulness content seems to actually deliver. You don't have to own a pet. Watch the birds in your garden. Feed them and observe. Sit with a friend's dog. Notice the insects on a summer afternoon. Spend time with any creature that exists entirely outside the human noise machine and just watch how your breathing changes. And if you do have animals in your life, truly pay attention to them sometimes. Not just function, not just feeding and maintaining. Actually sit with them. Let a cat climb on you. Watch a dog dream. Let a bird land nearby without moving. That kind of quiet contact is medicine. Old medicine. The kind humans have needed for as long as there have been humans. People who stay young in spirit, not just in face, usually still have a relationship with the natural world, with living things that don't speak in words. That keeps something alive in you that modern life very quietly tries to close down. And look at how simple those 3 habits are. Sleep well, look at clouds, spend time with animals. Nothing to buy, nothing complicated, nothing that requires a perfect morning or a better version of yourself to begin. Jung spent his life studying what it means to be fully human, and again, he came back to the same idea, that healing is not something you force, it's something you allow. You create the conditions, you remove the obstacles, you reconnect with the things that are older and slower and quieter than the modern world. And then something in you, something that was always there waiting, starts to come back. Your body knows how to restore itself when you let it. So tonight, go to bed when you're tired, no matter what time it is. Tomorrow, step outside and look at the sky for 2 minutes. This week, find an animal and just be with it for a while. Just small things, consistent things. That's how people stay alive inside. And if this video connected with you today, comment below, stillness. Because in a world that rewards noise and speed and constant output, choosing stillness is almost revolutionary now. And I want to know who's doing it. Thank you for spending this time here. Genuinely, many thank yous. There is so much noise out there. The fact that you stayed says something about you. Take good care of yourself. Go to sleep on time. Look up once in a while. And find a creature to sit quietly with tonight. Thanks for your time and please like and subscribe. It is helping me a lot.